We had 271 million people listening to the Tucker Carlson interview. That's an all-time record.
How petty can you get? Really? I mean, Fox, you fired Tucker. You're really going to get all upset when, Tucker just happens to beat you in the ratings? I mean, couldn't you have foreseen that one coming? Couldn't you have foreseen this dramatic change that's happening in media right now? I mean, your buddy Bob Iger, Lachlan, word to you, he gets it over at ABC. He's trying to make the necessary changes. He's selling off all his cable assets, including that rather lucrative ESPN, because he knows it's not the future. And before I completely count Lachlan out, he might be selling too. Wouldn't you? Right? I mean, would you really want the headache of Fox News and Donald Trump? Do you really think that Lachlan is going to be able to manage a place like that? I mean, the guys and gals he has managing it right now are struggling as it is. It's really kind of unbelievable. I got to show you this because it kind of speaks volume about what is going on. Quick reminder, by the way, do me the favor of subscribing. Make sure you subscribe to the show. The little button's right there. We are live every day here on YouTube, Facebook, often on Rumble as well. So it's really great to have you guys all here. Again, I can see your comments, so appreciate all of you watching. But this is tremendous because look at how awkward this became. And I don't know what was going on. Like, if I were the anchor, I would have just started talking right over probably whatever was happening there because Trump is insulting Fox while appearing on their air, mentioning how stupid their debate was and what the heck was that all about. And by the way, they didn't get any numbers on it. Let's take a look at the awkward moment that follows with the anchor, who, by the way, had hosted the debate.
And we're the only ones going up. They're going down. They're going down, down, down. They ought to stop wasting their time. They're wasting a lot of time with these ridiculous debates that nobody's watching. Their last debate was the lowest rated debate in history. That's a good compliment, isn't it? Now, what was I doing, Marjorie? I was someplace else, wasn't I, huh? I was doing another interview. We had 271 million people listening to the Tucker Carlson interview. That's an all-time record.
So here we are, back in the thick of campaign season. We are now just 4 months away from the Iowa primaries. And you see former President Trump in a place where you would expect to see him today and in the days to come, South Carolina.
So she's just pretending like that never happened. He never just insulted the debate and pointed out that he did so much better in the ratings with Tucker Carlson. I think he said 261 or something. I've seen corrections in the media because, the media gets all worked up about this and they're like, oh, it's only 250 something. I don't really care. The point is, one was 11 million, maybe 11 and change, and the other's like 200 and something million. Okay, so I think that that's pretty darn clear. The Fox News Corporation and the media can get all bent out of shape about him saying it was a 270 something or 260 something. And they're like, no, it was this. I'm sorry. You had me at 200 million, all right, compared to the 11. So 11 was a pretty good showing under the circumstances. I mean, they didn't have Donald Trump there. And now they're trying to already manage this. I was reading an article this morning in Vanity Fair in which the executives were trying to say, well, we don't expect to get the same kind of tune in, but we're going to broaden this. It's not just going to be on the economy. So it's being hosted, you see, by Fox Business, a network I used to work at. In fact, I have hosted 2 of those presidential debates myself there at Fox Business. And I'm familiar with everything that's going on in the hours preceding this. They're trying to figure out the questions. They're fine tuning them, this, that, and the other. They have a whole research team that's helping them just to make sure everything is in fact accurate. The problem I have with these debates, and the reason I actually like the interview format better, is because they're very contrived. Super contrived. I mean, it's really annoying because the questions are written out. I actually wrote all my questions. I actually wrote some questions for another anchor too while I was there because, well, why not? I'll spread my generosity. I had so many questions to ask. But my point was, look, you need a little bit more sort of give and take, right? These scripted questions and can you follow up? Can you not follow up? You've got producers yelling about the time. I just don't like it. It's so artificial. And so now they're going to have Stewart, who's very good, by the way. He's got a really good sense of economic policy, what works for the economy, the kinds of policy that will make us better as a country. So I have some faith in him. They've got Dana. I'm not really as familiar with her at all, actually. I know she did host a 2:00 show. I think she does a morning thing now. I'm not as familiar with sort of her depth or ability. Very, very nice person. But I'm confident in Stu just because I've known him for a long time and worked with him. The problem, though, is you just don't have the meat on stage, right? You don't have Donald Trump. So what is this debate really? Are we auditioning for second place? Is that what this is? Because, who cares? It's very clear. It's very clear who the winner is. Hey everyone, Trish Regan here. If you enjoyed that clip, please do me the favor of subscribing to the channel. Just hit that little subscribe button right over there. Did I do that right? Not quite, but you know where it is. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so that you get the alerts, and I'll see you back on the show.